What's up, everyone? Welcome back to King Anime Review, and for this video, I'll be reviewing Chapter 69 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, titled Captives. And Code is in trouble. Yeah, Code is in trouble right now, and it's really funny. So, anyways, yeah, I do want to clear up something that I said in my previous manga review for Boruto, and I was basically talking about how I thought it was weird for Code not to absorb Shikamaru's shadow possession jutsu with his karma seal, but I actually just forgot something that was stated in the Momoshiki fight, which is apparently the fact that Code can't absorb chakra or chakra-based attacks. He can't absorb ninjutsu with his karma seal because it's a dud. So since his karma seal was a dud, he can't absorb a ninjutsu or chakra with the karma seal like the regular karma seals can do. So yeah, I didn't even take off points for that. I don't think I even took off points for that in my previous review. I still gave the chapter a 10 out of 10, I believe. And I said it was one of the best chapters in Boruto. But, now that I've, realized that one little thing, I think I had like two minor problems. But one of those minor problems were, it wasn't valid. It was based off of, the fact that I just simply forgot something that happened. So basically the last month's chapter was even better than I thought it was. So yeah, it definitely was one of the best chapters in Boruto. Now this month's chapter was also an amazing chapter. So basically, we got a lot of good conversations and stuff, and I'm probably not gonna go chronologically as I explain this stuff, but yeah, overall, I didn't have any problems with this chapter. Literally, I had no problems with this entire chapter. So yeah, so we got a conversation between Boruto and Sasuke, and Boruto was talking about how it's not fair that Kawaki's being blamed because Sasuke said it is a select few people who do know about the fact that Kawaki tried to kill Boruto, and some people are not. Basically, Sasuke was basically talking about how some people don't necessarily like Kawaki. They didn't want him in the village, and how they're not okay with what he did, or they have some bias against him for the fact that he killed the Hokage's son. And then Boruto was like, it's not fair for Kawaki to be blamed because he asked Kawaki to kill him, and Kawaki's the only one he could, entrust to do that because Kawaki is his brother. Him and Kawaki are bros now. And then Sasuke, and basically, yeah, Sasuke said that they were talking about how Kawaki took on a really hard role, and Sasuke said he might have to take on a very hard role in the future as well. So he was obviously talking about the fact that he might have to do the same thing that Kawaki did to Boruto. So I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. But I don't think Momoshiki is going to be a problem anymore based on what Boruto said in the last chapter, as well as based on all the stuff that's been going on. Momoshiki could try to take over Boruto's body, but Boruto does have more control over the karma seal and stuff like that. I already explained this in my last review, so I'm not going to keep on, I'm not going to explain it. Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail with it in this. I'm not going to go into detail on that topic right now because I already explained it in my last review. But I think Boruto is going to be able to basically suppress Momoshiki a lot easier now. But yeah, so they were talking about that. Also, Sasuke told Boruto he could keep his headband that he gave him. And Boruto was happy about that. So it seems like he's just going to be wearing Sasuke's headband. He's going to keep Sasuke's headband. So that's cool. Obviously, we're getting closer. It seems like we're getting closer to the time skip or, the flash forward scene that we had at the start of the series. Because, Boruto was wearing that headband that he got from Sasuke. Also, Sarada and Mitsuki was talking about how... Essentially, they were talking about how they wish that they were there and like they wish that they could help Boruto. Mitsuki mentioned something like he don't know what he don't know what he would do to a person who tried to kill Boruto. He don't even know what he would do. And he also asked Sarada, did she like Boruto? Because she was talking about how she wished she could help Boruto as well. And she said she kind of got nervous and stuff. And she said it's irrelevant whether she do or don't like him. But she wanted to be there to help him. And then they were talking about how they got to get stronger and stuff. Sarada also mentioned how Sasuke is her father before he's Boruto's teacher and stuff like that. So it seemed like she's getting maybe slightly jealous, or at the very least, it seemed like she just wants Sasuke to spend more time with her and train her and stuff. But yeah, and then she said, they got to get stronger. She agreed with Mitsuki about them getting stronger. And then Sarada also mentioned her goal of becoming Hokage and stuff. So it was cool seeing them. Those conversations were well written, and those were some nice moments. Also, I like seeing, Sarada, Mitsuki and Sarada, but especially Sarada. I like seeing them, get some more, time in the manga, because, they're barely in the, I mean, well, they haven't been in manga that much recently, aside from last month's chapter, and now they're back in the manga. So it's cool. It's cool that they're back, and we're getting more scenes with them. Also, the chapter started off pretty much with Eida, and basically we already, like, from the last month's chapter, Eida came out to basically Code got Eida to come out and help him, and obviously we know what her ability is. The fact that she basically enchants, or basically makes people fall in love with her, and that's basically her ability. And Amato explained that to Shikamaru in this chapter. But yeah, Delta tried to attack Eida, and she couldn't. And then she would start thinking about how cute Eida was and stuff like that. And then so once basically Delta or Eida told Delta to move her leg from Code and stuff. So Code got freed, and then he went to Amato, and he basically tried to get Amato to take the limiters, to remove his limiters. And he was, basically telling Amato that if he removes the limiters, he won't be hurt. But then he started to pierce through his body with his, his body modifications. And he started to hurt Amato a little bit to try to, basically get him to remove the limiters. And then Shikamaru thought about what Amato said about how he would probably crack easily, or like he's not, like, basically Amato, was basically saying that if he gets tortured or something, or if he starts to get tortured, basically he might reveal information. That's pretty much what he was saying. Like, he's not as strong-willed and strong-minded as the other people in Konoha and stuff like that. So yeah, and then based on that, well, also we got a scene with Kawaki and Naruto, and the scene with Kawaki and Naruto, we had a nice little conversation. And when Kawaki got up, it was basically very similar, basically identical to what happened when Kawaki first came to the Hidden Leaf Village. And Naruto even mentioned, hey, this reminds me of when we first met. Now, in the anime, they did change Naruto and Kawaki's first meeting, because that scene that we had in the manga when Kawaki and Naruto first met, that was in the anime. But in the anime, that wasn't their first time meeting, because the anime added in a scene before that where Kawaki and Naruto actually met. So probably the anime, once it gets to adapting this stuff, they might change the dialogue or cut out that piece of dialogue that was in there. But yeah, so when Kawaki woke up, and basically Sumire was in the room, and Naruto asked Sumire to leave. But as Sumire was leaving, Kawaki, he basically said, are you going to condemn me for killing Boruto? And then Sumire was shocked she was shocked at hearing that Kawaki actually killed Boruto. And Naruto was like, no, basically Naruto said he's grateful for the fact that Kawaki was, like, if Kawaki wasn't there, they all would have died. And Naruto said he's grateful for that and stuff like that. And he said, and he also said Boruto's okay and stuff like that. He didn't really condemn Kawaki at all for killing Boruto. And yeah, so that was the case with that. It was cool. That scene was pretty cool, because it just shows that Kawaki really doesn't care about what anybody thinks. Like, Sumire was in a room and he didn't care. Like, he still said that he killed Boruto. So yeah, so right now Sumire is one of the few people who know that Kawaki killed Boruto. So yeah, I don't know if she's gonna tell anybody else. I highly doubt it, because I think Naruto's probably gonna, or somebody's gonna tell her not to tell anybody. But yeah, so that's the scene we got with that. And then getting back to the scene with, the stuff with Eida. Basically, Shikamaru had initially, towards the beginning of the chapter, he had told Ino that he needed backup. Once he seen that Eida came in, he told Ino that he needed backup. And then Naruto and Sasuke heard that, and then they started heading there. And I was getting hyped. I'm like, whoa, yeah, we finally gonna see Sasuke back in action. So this is cool. And it's probably gonna, like, we're gonna see him back in action without the Rinnegan. So, and this, yeah, that'll be cool. So I was getting hyped up about that. But then Shikamaru, he made a smart decision towards the end of the chapter once he found out what Aida's abilities was, because he basically had link him and Amato, as far as them being able to communicate. He linked without having to talk and stuff. So he had use her jutsu to do that. And he basically, Shikamaru, Amato explained to Shikamaru what Aida's abilities was, and essentially that he can't, resist it. It's an instinct, it's a unconscious instinctive ability or something like that. and Shikamaru can't resist it. Shikamaru did put Eida in the shadow possession jutsu, but since the jutsu doesn't do harm, it was actually able to work on her. And she said that was the first time that happened. And she recognized the fact that the only reason he was able to do that is because the jutsu can't harm her. But then when he tried to attack her with the kunai, he just couldn't do it. So then he basically told Ino to, because he realized that jutsu would work on Naruto and Sasuke. So he asked Ino to basically, to store Naruto and Sasuke and to change the code on the door of the room that they were in. And so Ino's going to have to try to store Naruto and Sasuke now. So I don't think, obviously, whatever code is on the door, Naruto and Sasuke can just break through that. So Ino's going to have to be able to convince them to stop, she's going to have to, and also Ino doesn't, well, not unless she was listening to the conversation with Amato and Shikamaru. So yeah, she probably was listening to that conversation. Or at least I would think she was listening to it. So she's probably going to explain the full situation to Naruto and Sasuke and tell them that they can't, that basically Aida's ability will work on them or whatever. So, but basically she's going to have to stall them somewhat. And yeah, so, and then Shikamaru, this is the smart thing that he did in this chapter, which is actually smarter. This is one of the smartest things he's done in Boruto so far. So he basically, after figuring out the situation and after figuring out Aida's abilities, he basically asked Eida, "Why are you helping Code?" Now, and then once she told him that, oh, she's just helping him out because she likes Kawaki, and Code is gonna basically Code is gonna help her get to Kawaki or whatever. And then Shikamaru was like, "Hey, how about you? I got a proposition for you. How about you come to the Hidden Leaf Village and then you can tell Kawaki how you feel? How about you join the Hidden Leaf Village and then you can tell Kawaki how you feel?" And then Code was like, "What?" Yeah, so Code is in trouble. Code is in big time trouble because if Eida does accept Shikamaru's proposition, then Code is done. Like, he's literally done, bro. He can't do anything to Eida. He's not going to be able to, like, even if he got his limiters off, he's still not going to be able to do anything to Eida. And so, so right now, Shikamaru made a smart decision. And this decision, it seemed very obvious. It seemed just very obvious. So it just seems like Code is in big time trouble. Like really, like right now, the way I see it now, since this video is kind of short, I might as well just give my predictions. But the Boruto manga is pretty hard to predict, honestly, because it's so many unexpected things that tends to happen on a monthly basis. But so as far as Naruto and Sasuke go, I think Ino's just gonna try to stall them. She might get some more information about Aida's abilities, or she might have already overheard the conversation between Shikamaru and Amato, since it was her jutsu that allowed the conversation to happen between them. So she might just tell Naruto and Sasuke that they wouldn't be able to attack Eida and stuff like that, and it'll be bad if they came in there to try to help Shikamaru or whatever. Or Shikamaru just might get he might just get everything solved before they even get there. Like, Eida might just automatically accept his proposition, and I think Code is going to try to talk her out of it. But ultimately, I think Eida will accept the proposition. I think she will betray Code because she was really just using Code to get to Kawaki, and she wanted, basically Code to capture Kawaki and kidnap him or something like that to basically allow them to meet. However, that's not going to be the best way for her to get Kawaki to be attracted to her and to win him over. That's actually going to be the worst way to do it, because Kawaki's going to be angry that he's been kidnapped or that he's been forced to meet somebody who he doesn't care about. So it's far smarter and far better for her to join the Hidden Leaf Village and just try to tell Kawaki how she feels, and stuff like that just right away, and not have to deal with and while Kawaki's not necessarily mad at the situation that he's in. So that's obviously the smartest option for her to take. And then the question is, once she does that, what's going to happen with Code? Because Code is going to be pretty much by himself. Daemon is pretty much going to be with his sister most likely, and I think he's still asleep or something like that. But Code can't do anything to Eida, literally. So he's done. Like, Code is like finished. Like, I don't know, Kishimoto, he's gonna have to come up with something else, because Code right now as a villain, this guy is he's bad. Let's just keep it real. Yeah, this guy's like, he has, Like he's not a threat at all. Like he's literally one of the most unthreatening villains I've ever seen, bro. Because literally his entire plan depends on Eida being with him. If Eida's not with him, he's done because he can't do anything to her. So, yeah, Cole got some big time problems happening. And I can't wait to see what happens in the next chapter. But anyways, with that being said, this was another fantastic 10 out of 10 chapter of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. I didn't notice any problem with the art. I liked the artwork throughout the entire chapter, and the story was great. The conversations that we got throughout the chapter was great. The strategies, Shikamaru, coming up with, a plan on the spot. All of that stuff was great. No problems with the chapter. I literally had no problems with the chapter. I love everything about the chapter. So with that being said, yeah, let me know what you guys would rate this chapter out of 10 in the comment section below. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Let me know what you guys would rate it in the comment section below. If you like the video, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that channel notification bell to be notified on all of my future videos, and share the video all over the internet. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Every promise I've been praying for, like